This is Katie.
And this is Derrick.
Welcome to the break room.
It was like a statue.
Welcome back to another episode of The Break Room. I'm Derrick.
I'm Katie.
And welcome to
The Break Room.
Thanks so much for joining us. We know the bell just let out. There's about 8, 9, maybe 10 minutes passing period.
Oh, passing period is 3 minutes.
Is it 3 minutes?
Yeah.
In high school, it was
In
like
high school,
8.
it's 5.
Is it 5?
5.
Where were you? Where did you go to high school?
Berkner High School. Yeah, go
and
Tigers.
You only got 5?
Yeah.
They didn't do you all right.
You got 10?
I think.
Where were you?
I was at Booker T.
Yeah.
I could be remembering it wrong.
You are.
It was a short.
It was shorter.
Okay, so thanks for stopping in the break room. Feel free to turn this episode on. If you've already hit play, thank you so much. Go ahead and kick your feet up, lay on the cry couch. We just introduced the cry couch the last episode, and I think I'm going to use it forever now.
I mean, it's the cry couch.
It's the cry couch.
You have to have it.
Can I be on the couch if I don't cry? If no one is in the room, and can I sit on the cry couch?
Yes.
If someone then comes in the room and sees me on the cry couch, are they going to think I'm struggling?
Yes.
They are. So word to the wise, if you are not ready to be coddled and
Mothered,
don't sit on the cry couch.
Yeah, but it's comfortable.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I assume that it was crunchy from all the tears last time.
I think it probably is.
Does the crunch add to the comfort?
Yeah, and like there's like cracks in the leather, you know? And so it's like tears could fall into the cracks.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Made with the tears of teachers. It's like a little tag on there. Price is doubled.
It's so magical though. You can feel comfort in 10 minutes and then you'll go back.
Really?
Yeah.
And you'll go back.
You'll go back.
All right. Well, I think that's a great way to segue into our episode of comfort. Sometimes it's just easier to let our kids just hop on their phones. Nope. I mean, but listen.
Okay,
I'm going to go into the episode today with...
You're going to push back. You're going to push back. I'm ready.
I'm not going to push back completely. But the title of this episode that you gave us today is Don't Be That Guy.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Now listen, I was a substitute. And I say this multiple times on this podcast. I was not the best substitute teacher.
Okay. But we still need you. And how about you become a full-time teacher?
You've proposed that before.
I know.
But how can we take over the world using the Break Room podcast?
Agreed. Let's go into schools.
That's the
break
plan.
room. Yeah.
So we're going to give you all just a little peek into the brain of Derrick and Katie before we jump to our episode today. We want to visit break rooms. All right. So actually, let's do this. If you have a break room that you want Katie and Derrick to visit, let us know. Like, reach out on social media and say, we want you all to come to our break room.
To those DMs.
She said, slide into the DMs. We will come be a part of your break room experience. And so reach out to us, let us know.
We could even put them on podcasts. Like we could bring
our setup.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, we're dreaming out loud. Okay. Katie, you said, don't be that guy. What is the problem with being that guy? I mean...
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
and I'm ready for you to push back.
And I got a little bit.
75% pushback. 40%?
No, that's a lot of pushback.
That is a lot.
25% pushback. Because I actually agree, just not completely.
Okay. 25 to 30. Well, we know what's best for kids. And I say it a lot. We relentlessly do what's best for kids. And that is not you letting them sneak on their phones. That is not you letting them put their earbuds in because their IQ goes down by 10 points. Mm-hmm. That isn't. Is it easier sometimes when that kid has on his hoodie and you know those earbuds are in and you know if you just leave him alone and don't poke the bear that... I mean, I've done it. Yeah. I'm not saying I haven't. Yeah. But is that what's best for you? Mm-hmm. Or is that what's best for him? So if we're going to hold our kids to like high expectations, and I do, I love them. And I love them too much to let them, get away with murder. That was really, I didn't like that. To let them not enhance their social, emotional learning at all times inside the building. So don't be that guy.
So when I think about rewards and treats.
Okay.
Right? Could we use as a sign of good faith or a gesture of, hey, thank you for doing the thing that I asked you to do. Last 5 minutes, and I know how you feel about free time.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Bell to bell, Dr. Sire. I called you Dr. Sire.
Ooh, and listen, I wanted to be a doctor for a while.
Do you have your PhD?
I thought about it. I would do it like in organizational leadership or something like that. Yeah, thought about it. Anyhow, how do you feel about using screen time as a reward?
No.
Okay.
Within limits.
Okay.
So let's say I used to do Funny Friday.
Okay.
Funny Friday is the best day of the week. We feel good. About to leave for 2 days. Which work-life balance, 5 days and 2 days. That's no. That is not work-life balance. And whoever came up with that,
it's trash.
I want to say something else, but I'm not.
Don't do it.
Okay.
It's PG podcast.
He would have. He'd have to edit it. Anyway, so it's not what's best. So if you do Funny Friday and you have this basket of funny videos that you've already vetted, maybe, hey, if you guys work hard, you get this done, you collaborate on this thing. Maybe we'll grab a couple of videos out of Funny Friday basket and we'll watch them. Okay, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But just to let them have free range on a screen, I disagree with. Okay,
so now we're at the extremes. So like free reign on screens versus targeted or directed use of screens. Is there somewhere in the middle? Can we meet in the middle?
Sure. Like, is there a GimKit game that they can get on? Like, GimKit's really cool, and you get like money if you answer the question right. And should you have some of those just locked and loaded, and there's the code? And if you finish, you can play this GimKit game. Sure. Okay. Because I believe in gamification too. Yeah. But I still think it needs to be wrapped up in curriculum and learning, whatever that might look like. Right. I like to have them have a project that they have picked. Like, it's an ongoing project. It starts in August. It doesn't end until December. Right. And then they get up and they present it. And so they can pick whoever they want. They want to do a presentation on Dr. Sire.
Ooh.
And then they get to. Yeah. Do they want to build something in Minecraft and build a school? Or like, all of that has value. I just think it can't be like, listen to whatever you want, do whatever you want.
And so I know that, I mean, you are like pro-innovation and pro-creativity.
100%.
And I mean, if you all go back to episode 3 where we talk about gamification, Katie's definitely into transforming the classroom and using everything at her disposal in order to reach kids. And so I know, in my heart's of heart, my 25% pushback is that you are not absolutely anti-phone time.
I am not.
What?
Wait. I am not absolutely against screen time.
Well, I know because they have screens that they've been
given, right?
They have
iPads,
access
they have Chromebooks.
But we know that is different than their personal phones. And I don't believe that you're absolutely against phone time. That's why I'm not saying screen time. 100% against phones?
In the instructional day?
In an instructional day. They walk through your door. You're saying no personal devices.
None. And I know they have them. Let's say they're like worried about something. Right. So if my daughter, she's 15, she's a sophomore, she goes up to Coach Sire and says, I need to text my mom. Right. I'm worried about something at home. Heck yeah.
So
do it.
So I got you at 95% now. All right.
Okay.
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 I'm trying to get you down to 75%.
Hey, I got to tell my mom I'm riding home with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy. And sure, 100%. Do it right here.
Hey, Ms. Kinder, I found a really cool quote that I can't really remember. Hey, what do you think about everybody in the classroom like finding their favorite quote real quick?
Use your iPad.
Can we use our phones?
No.
Hey, I want to see this post or this meme that I saw on Instagram. It's so you. This lady has on the glasses and she has Floyd clothes and she gets on tops of desks and screams with skeleton hands. Oh, I want to. Can I show it to you? Can I give it to you?
Yeah, here's my email address.
Email address. Right now. Can I do it right now?
Yeah.
No,
Send it to me right now.
right now. Okay, cool. So I got you down to 90%.
And then put
now.
and then put it up because we got stuff to do.
It's 90%. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm chipping away. I'm chipping away. It's like, so because I think that there's a way, right, for us to use them, right? We talked about Gary Vee. Gary Vee is like,
I started following that guy. That's a no.
I want more screen time. He's like the most screen time.
Okay, well, that's dumb.
I'm not saying that it's absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I just offended Gary V. Gary B? Gary V.
V. Vaynerchuk with the V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's silly. Is Gary V a parent?
Gary Vee is a parent. And I bet Gary Vee's kid is brilliant.
Yeah.
A different kind of brilliant.
Okay.
Right? And you think about like the amount of time that our students are going to need on screen in order to be productive as adults is going to increase over time. And I'm not talking about necessarily to do their job. I'm talking about to navigate life, to order groceries, to order food, to travel, to...
I completely agree with that. But I mean, I think that should be written into the standards. I don't know why we have these old school standards.
Oh, okay. Wait. So if it was part of the standards,
then that's different. We got to get on Walmart.com. We got to make a...
Now
we're getting groceries.
I got you down to 70%. That's my whole job.
No. Phones. Not which phones.
Listeners, I got her down 75%. No. That's a win. We can stop the episode right now. Okay.
We did not win on their devices that are not their personal ones.
On their phones. We need to figure it. People need to navigate, because if I'm an adult and I don't have my iPad or my laptop, I still need to know how to do things.
I agree with that, but that frontal cortex, it's not fully developed.
I completely agree. And I'm saying it's easier to add it on the back end, right, as it's being developed. So I 75% agree with what you're saying.
Okay.
And
80. 81.
Okay, now you're being greedy. You get 81%. I agree with you, 81%. Oh, you're bending my arms here. I agree with you that in the classroom, I think that we want to help them learn a certain way before exposing something else.
Agreed.
Right. I agree there. I'm saying that I think that number is going to shift the more technology advances.
I agree with that. And I also think that your classroom shouldn't be set up the way it was 100 years ago, 50 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years
said that too.
Yeah.
Several times.
Yeah. So, I mean, I agree with all of that. But, I mean, it has to be wrapped around something. It's not just free for all on TikTok.
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. So, I got you back down to 75%.
No, it's 90%.
90?
It
was just 81.
It's
See, now I'm not budgeting anymore. 75%. I got it down 75%. So here's the thing. Let's just say you and I agree, but there's somebody who adamantly disagrees. That leads us to our question today.
Okay,
one of our listeners says, Katie, you said don't be that guy, right? But I have a guy. The guy's across the hall, right? And the question says, what do I do with someone who's that guy?
Well, there's this company I know. It's called Paradigm Shift.
Right.
Shout out. And they say that clarity is kind. So I agree with that. You can still be, we were just talking about this. You can still be kind and ambitious. You can still be grateful and ambitious and expect the best from teachers and kids. And so that's not what's best. So if you're the team lead, and I would go in first and I would say, hey, here's the research, here's this, please stop. Because it's hurting not just your kids, it's hurting your colleagues. Yeah. And if you're still at a pushback and they're like, I don't care, I want to be friends with the kids and I don't care about learning and blah.
I don't care about learning.
I don't care about them learning. Then, I mean, he's clearly in the wrong calling. And that's a principal issue, not yours.
So if I heard you right, you go to the person and then go to the principal.
Ooh.
Is there anything in between? Would you like to add anything in between?
Snitches get stitches.
They do.
And wind up in ditches. I don't know. It depends on the principal. If the principal is good, which we're just assuming this principal is good,
right.
They have their thumb on the pulse of the school. They already know because they are in classrooms. They are in the hallway. So they know. So you don't have to go.
Yeah. I often think sometimes like how much of it is affecting me, and I know you've talked about this in another episode. You talk about like trying to create a culture and doing your job to contribute to the culture, and having people who don't contribute to the culture making your job harder, right? So Coach Derrick across the hall, let's just pull our phones out. Coach Derrick across the hall.
You a lie. That's what I say. You a lie. Because that's against procedure.
And he wouldn't do that.
And he wouldn't do that.
Ooh.
Like, it is true. It's true. I mean, they're gonna tell on you. They're kids.
Yeah.
I just think, I mean, it's not gonna be perfect. It's messy and human. And right now we have a teacher shortage.
We do.
We literally are hiring people with just out of high school.
Yeah.
And it's called what's it called?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You know, emergency cert and also adjunct.
Ooh.
If you're 18,
you can adjunct as a teacher?
You can be a third grade teacher. It's insane.
Wow.
So I mean, like, yeah, I can go in there to you, but also please don't leave. Like, I want you to be intrinsically motivated to do what's right for kids.
So it sounds like you just want to appeal to the educator, the professional. It's like, hey, listen, because I don't know how many of our teachers are going to come in with research. You're going to come in with research. Yeah. I think the natural or the regular teacher is going to be like, hey, that's against policy and procedure. And when you do it over there, it makes it hard for me over here. So can we work together to whatever that's like? I'm just saying, I would just say, as the horrible substitute teacher who let kids use their phones, what? I would say if someone came over to me and was like, hey, Derrick, Johnny came over and said that he was just on his phone for 20 minutes at the end of your class. This is, what we try to do here. And if you could like support our efforts and blah, 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 then I'd be like, oh, my bad. Okay. Right. But there's going to be some people who's that guy.
And if Derrick Sire, Dr. Sire, was a full-time teacher every single day, coming into the building, giving his all for those babies in front of him, he's going to make sure that he's doing what's best for them. He knows.
But we're saying, what if they don't, though?
But if they don't, I mean, you can do what you can do, then you shut your door and teach. It's hard.
I know.
It's a balance.
Are we saying don't go to the principal?
If you have a good principal.
I'll go back
to
what I just said. If you have a good
principal, they already know.
Yep.
And if you have a bad one, they probably don't care.
They're not going to do anything anyway. Okay. So I misheard, don't go to the principal.
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches, and they end up in ditches.
Unless somebody's life is in danger. Okay, we're mandatory reporters. I'm getting too into the weeds.
Yeah.
Okay,
don't get into the weeds. We're just saying a teacher across the hall is letting kids get on their phones, earbuds, stuff like that. Go over, appeal to their humanity. Hopefully you prick their heart in their profession, and then go back to your classroom.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. We'll come to that break room, and we will sit there, and you bring that teacher in, and it'll be a whole thing.
And I will put my hand under the water in the faucet, and then I will slap him across his face. Give him a nice little juicy wet slap. I will not. Okay, that's the bell. That means that you have to go back to your class. Thank you for practicing hallway leadership on the way back to your classroom. We love you. Please don't quit, teachers. We need you. We like you. And hopefully we get to come to a break room soon. And that's our time today. This is Derrick.
This is Katie.
And this is the
break room.
Grab a pen and a pad.
I can't not sing it.
You want to rap? We can let you rap.
I want you to rap.